Hello, I'm Mark. I'm a Kiwi rugby fan living here in beautiful Cancun in Mexico, and in this video it's going to be a quick prediction video for the 8 games in the first weekend of the Rugby World Cup. So check out who I think's going to win this weekend. So in addition to my longer preview videos of the major games in this year's Rugby World Cup, I'm going to do these shorter prediction videos each weekend when we have a group of games like we have this weekend, kicking off today with France, the host nation, playing the All Blacks at the Stade de France in Paris. It's going to be an extraordinary occasion, and I think that is going to play a big part in this game. I think both teams are going to have to deal with the occasion of starting this year's Rugby World Cup, and even though that France are the host nation and they're going to have a lot of pressure on them, I think the All Blacks are going to be very nervous as well. A lot of these players haven't had this experience before, kicking off a Rugby World Cup for the All Blacks, and coming off that big loss to the Springboks, I think it's going to have an impact on this game. So my prediction for this game is I think France is going to win. And I think they're going to win quite comfortably, and the only caveat I would put in there for that is if the pressure of the occasion gets to them. But I think if they get out there and play the potential of rugby that they can do, France, they're going to beat this All Blacks side today. That's my first prediction for the Rugby World Cup this year in this particular weekend, France beating the All Blacks. Then on Saturday we had the first game of the day, and it's between Italy and Namibia, and I'm going for a win to Italy. I can't see Namibia being at all anywhere near Italy's standard. I think Italy under Kieran Crowley is getting better and better as the competitions go on, and I've been pretty impressed with some of their latest warm-up games. So Italy to beat Namibia in their first game in this year's Rugby World Cup. Next up we have Ireland and Romania, and it's the number 1 ranked team in the world against the number 19 ranked team in the world, and I think the golf in rankings will show the outcome of this particular match. Romania have lost 3 of their warm-up games coming into this year's Rugby World Cup, haven't been looking that slick at all. I still think they're looking for a number of combinations, and they've got a lot of Pacific Islanders playing in that back line, so we'll have to see how that improves throughout this World Cup. But for me, Ireland are going to be very healthy winners against Romania in the second game on Saturday in this year's Rugby World Cup. Then we head off to Marseille and that clash between England and Argentina. It's going to be a fantastic game, I'm sure, and I'm picking Argentina to win this one. I think they're going to be too effective across the 80 minutes and across all different aspects of the play. I like the Argentinian backline. I think they've got some speed, some guile, and some opportunity to break through this English defence line, which hasn't been so good up until now. So unless England can play a better defensive game, I think Argentina is going to come out on top in this. And then we've got an interesting clash, Japan and Chile, and this could be interesting either way, but I think Japan's got enough over top of Chile and they'll come home comfortable winners in this game. And let's hope that Japan can use this game to get a little bit of momentum back into their team. They haven't done that well in the Pacific Nations Cup compared to what they usually do. Jamie Joseph, their head coach, will be looking to go out for a big win as he heads down to the Highlanders in New Zealand next season. So I'm picking Japan to beat Chile in this first game for these two teams at this year's Rugby World Cup. Then the next clash on Sunday is the big one between South Africa, the Springboks, and Scotland. This is going to be played in Marseille, and it's going to be in hot temperatures as well, so it's going to be interesting to see how these two teams go under very hot conditions. I'm picking South Africa to win this game. I think they're going to be too big, too fast, and too creative for the Scots, and I think they're going to put the Scots under a lot of pressure throughout this game. I'm picking South Africa to win this game by 15 points, and if Scotland's only chance, I think, is if they're close to the Springboks at half time, they might come home with a close game in the second half. But I think the Springboks are going to be able to put on too many points in the first half in this game, and that's going to help them beat Scotland in Marseille on Sunday. Then the last game this weekend is that clash between Wales and Fiji, and there's no doubt this is going to be a fantastic game of rugby. We've seen Fiji beat Wales before at Rugby World Cups, and of course we saw Fiji beat England just 2 weeks ago at Twickenham. I think this Fiji team is a better team than they've ever put out before at a Rugby World Cup. They're playing better rugby, they've got better players, and they've got better experience by the Drua playing in the New Zealand Super Rugby competition. So I think that's going to be a pivotal point in this game against Wales. I don't think Wales have really found their stride yet as a team, and I think this game is going to show a lot to Warren Gatland in terms of moving forward in this year's Rugby World Cup. The only caveat I would put on a Fiji win in this game is how much they're going to miss Caleb Muntz, and I have a lot of people who are Fiji fans sending comments saying they're going to be okay, they've got backups to Muntz, they've got a couple of players there that can cover that position. My concern is that those players have not been playing in the team at number 10 in the warm-up games, and I think with Muntz there, the Fiji have really got a roll on. They've got a rock in Caleb Muntz. It's been doing a great job for them in terms of game management and also converting goals and getting points on the board for Fiji. Don't forget, Muntz scored 15 of those points against England. So it's going to be a really interesting game. I'm picking Fiji as long as that Muntz factor doesn't come into play, and we're going to find out on Sunday how much Fiji are affected by that. So there we go. There are my predictions for this weekend's 8 games in the first weekend of the 2023 Rugby World Cup coming from France. It's going to be super exciting. Let me know in the comments of this video who you think are going to win those games. Have I got the predictions right in your eyes? Or are we going to have a little bit of a turn up for the books in some of those games? Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Stay with me throughout the whole Rugby World Cup. It's going to be super exciting. I'm going to bring you as many videos as I can about my opinions and analysis of all the games that I watch, and you'll find it right here on Inside Rugby. So until next time, stay safe, stay well, and get on enjoying the rugby. It's about to start soon. See you soon. Bye-bye.